like share it like, hey, going live?
No, I put it some other places. So
Okay, all right, cool.
yeah. All right, hey, I'm Chris from Cernoch Connection.
Yeah.
This is Pete. All right, wait, I gotta get
other way. Yeah.
This is Pete.
Yeah.
We met in the in Dom's Facebook group, the what's it called? Reselling Resource Center.
Yeah. And then it has like eBay, Amazon. It has like all the platforms on there.
Yeah, and he reached out to me and wanted to do a mentorship. And so when did we start that mentorship?
Oh, well, like 3 months ago, or like
I feel like it was longer than that. I mean,
4 months ago. Man, it's felt like a long time. Like it's just been like been like it's been a while.
So me being I don't call myself a veteran, but more experienced, just kind of like
You're a veteran.
we talked back and forth each Monday night, and just talked about like eBay and getting sales and what to do, and we kind of helped each other out, right?
Yeah, it's especially because like I really don't know anyone pretty much like that does this like seriously, or that I see very often. That's like on the eBay, that understands the frustrations, understands like making sales, and just like someone to like share their journey with. So like it helps having someone, especially a lot more experience, and it's just fun to talk to, like, oh, I sold this, and
yeah,
it's nice to share.
We got someone in the chat. We got Courtney from Bolo Buddies.
Oh, Courtney! Oh my gosh!
I sent her a message. I said, hey, we're going live. I posted on the Instagram too, so it should say how many people are viewing, but I don't have that open right now.
Yeah, I can't see that.
I got the chat live and everything. Can you see the chat? You can see.
Well, I could see I could see. Oh, okay, I could see the live chat. All right.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So, but yeah, we would usually just talk, Monday nights at 10. So we said, hey, like why don't we just live stream?
Yeah.
Us talking about like what we usually talk about, going through what kind of cool stuff we found and what kind of cool stuff like we've been selling and how things have been going, or any kind of problems we've run into. So, hey, Pete, give some of your little, give a little bit of your backstory.
All right. So my backstory, I mean, I think most people who resell, I've always been kind of like a frugal person, always been someone that I like trying to get deals. I like trying to hustle a little bit, even when I was little. Like just the fact of like spending a lot of money on something, it just hurt me a lot. So that's kind of how I just started like, buying things cheap for myself on clearance. And then, like most people, I looked up videos, how to make money on the side, how to make more money. And then I saw like people, I think the first video I saw, it was one of Dom's videos. It was just him like, going to garage sales, picking stuff up. And I'm like, I'm seeing like the things they pick up for $1, $2. And it's just like, whoa, like this is kind of cool. And, so I started watching more of his videos and, like trying to get a general idea of it. And, I started with just stuff I had, so back then I was like big into like paintballing. So I had a lot of that kind of items. And little by little, it was little by little. Like the first thing I sold, I think it was like a leather jacket. It was actually like an expensive leather jacket that I had. And, it was $100. And once I had that first sale, and mind you, my pictures were like terrible. Like I took these things outside. I hung them on like we have a pool in our backyard and you have to have a fence around it. So I just hung it on the fence, took it in the sunlight, they didn't come out too bad because my phone takes, okay pictures, but it was just the lighting was weird. And, the next couple sales I had items like laid on grass because I thought that looked cool, but it'd be
a lot of that, like,
yeah. And I think I had like 20 items listed, and it was like I'd sell something once a week and like I'd get so excited and be like, oh my gosh, like I got some money. And then and then I just started, watching more videos, how to take better pictures, because I only had 20 things, so I didn't need any organizational system. It was just kind of had all my items in a corner. But little by little, I started investing. I got some shelves, I got some hangers, more stuff. I got a little lighting booth. I got, those big like lights that kind of project down. So just little by little, I started learning more, taking better pictures, and actually I started, well, I joined and I watched Courtney's videos too, funny enough. Just more bolo, just trying to get more familiar with things and scanning things at sales. And yeah, that's kind of, it's been 4 months since I started. And keep in mind, I do this like this isn't my full-time thing, but I'm like so obsessed with it. Like every weekend I'm doing this. Like every weekend, even in the morning, if I have something afternoon, I feel like I have to go.
Yeah.
Like there's no option. And I could be on 8 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep, I still wake up the same. So I don't know. I think it's like super fun, and just every time I find something for cheap and sell it for high, it just keeps pushing me more and more. So
right, or just going out and finding that, just wanting to find that new thing, and or just like, I feel like me being in this for a long time, just still I'm going out still and finding something I've never seen before and going, whoa, what is this?
I'm just like, and you'll be like, man, this really sells for that. And then, it's just another thing you add to your little database of like, now I got games, and I got this brand of clothing now, and I got this kind of tool. Like, it's just, you keep adding and adding and adding. And it's like every day, every time you go out, you like, oh, I recognize that thing that I saw in that video, or that thing I bought like 2 weeks ago that I sold. So it's like every time it's a little easier.
Yeah, so you're just building knowledge the whole time. That's what I tell people. Just build your knowledge, and just, you can just, you see something, or like, even like if you don't know what it is, you're like, wait a minute, this could be something. It kind of attracts you're more attracted to things that could be worth something versus like the things you already know that aren't worth anything.
Yeah, but that's like all the good stuff. I've wasted a lot of time, getting, things that I thought were worth something, like the whole VHS craze, like with those black diamond things.
Yeah.
I bought so many of those things, and none of them have sold. And like, there's just been so many items, like that I thought, oh, this is a Polo brand, or this is J. Crew, this has got to be worth something. And like, I realized it's just nothing. So I've had to deal with a lot of, even though it's been hard because I invested money in it. So I'm like, oh, I spent money to get these things. But I realized just getting rid of that stuff, donating it, whatever it takes just to like not have it. Because there was one point where I had so much stuff, and like, it was just piling, and it was just crazy. I could barely walk around in my like little office area. But I've learned now, like, trying to be more selective about what I get, because I got into the craze.
In the beginning, I did too. I'd be going like, Goodwill would have like these $1.99 sales, or like 99-cent sales, and I'd be just going and picking up everything. And it's like, I look back at it now because I still have a lot of that stuff, and it's like, oh man, like, why did I pick up this Mark Anthony, dress shirt? Like, what? I sold it for like, I think $5 plus shipping, but like, it was still, oh man, why did I buy that? Like, looking back at it now. So, but they've been good lessons, because I feel like if I wouldn't have felt like I wasted my time and realized that, I wouldn't be like where I am now, which isn't that far because I just started. But like, it's helped me learn a lot more. Like, watch what you get. You don't have to get like so many things. That was another thing too. I felt like I always had to get something. Yeah. Because it was like, oh, I drove here, maybe I'll sell it for a little bit. And like, I always tried to justify that, but you don't really need to always get something. Yeah. I mean, and I was the same way too, where you'd walk in a store and be like, oh man, I got to find something. You got to find something. Yeah. And then it's just like, no, like that's a bad buy, or you don't need that. Or like, I've become a lot more selective now, where you're scanning, you're like, I can pass on that. Even though I think you can make a little bit of money out of it, it's like, man, I've got enough stuff where it's
just not worth it. The extra space, the extra the extra mental space you're like assigning to that item. And if it doesn't sell, this was another thing. I had so many old items that I got rid of because they were just sitting there. and because my inventory is right here, I literally see it every day. So it was
Yeah.
like every day it didn't sell. It was just like bad buy. It was like telling me it was a bad buy, but I just didn't want to look at it.
It's just I
I didn't
still
want
have,
to feel like I wasted my time.
I got a pair. The one bad buy that just I keep seeing over and over because I still have it on my eBay store.
Yeah.
It's a pair of size 17 football cleats.
Oh man.
It's like, oh my goodness, I couldn't give them away. I put them up on 99-cent auction. I took
Oh,
I mean, I sent out offers for $5 shipped just to get rid of them. And I still have them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's I have one or two items like that, but most of those items I just got rid of them. Like,
Yeah.
I just couldn't take it.
Yeah, it's it's still sitting in the shoebox. It's just a big old shoebox. I'm just like, oh man, I might put them up again for like 99 cents and just to get rid of them. But
Yeah.
Here's the thing too. I'm looking back at like because I bought a bunch of jackets probably like 8-9 months ago.
Yeah.
And just looking at it, I'm like, I'm going through it now, and I'm like, oh man, I have gems in here. Like,
yeah,
like why haven't I listed this yet?
Yeah, I think that's like been the thing I've been trying to get away from. Like, I feel like just the way everyone talks about it, it's like normal to have a death pile, and like I'm guilty of this because I can literally see mine right now. But it's like it's something like I feel like I'm like we shouldn't have that. But it's just so tempting because sourcing is way easier than listing.
Oh, it's so much easier.
It's just so much, because like when I'm sourcing, I'm like when I buy the thing, because everyone's like, oh, you make the money when you buy the item, not when you sell it,
Yeah.
So if like I get, I have this, I could sell this for a lot, but if I don't put it up, you're not gonna make any money on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. I can.
No, but yeah, there's so many things too I've forgotten about, and then like when I'm going through the pile, it's like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had this, and this is worth like $50, $40. Like,
yeah, like I just found like these shot jackets, SCHOTT. There's a bolo for everyone. Those go like the vintage ones go crazy amounts of money. I've got like 3 of them. I already listed two of them and already sold one for like $150.
Yeah,
so like,
I had these like it was from this huge like lot that I sold, and it was just these like it was this brand Dirt Devil. There were like these little Dirt Devil hand vacuums, brand new in the box. They're like made in the U.S., but they didn't look anything crazy. They were just little hand vacuums, and I had them there for like 2 months because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get to my cooler stuff, and then I actually looked them up, and they were like $75 a piece. And I sold both of them in like 2 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I just had I had $140 just sitting in my basement doing nothing for me.
See, here's how I kind of justify it to myself.
Yeah.
I justify it to myself saying, okay, it's a we use death piles, and someone in there said no, they're profit piles. Yes.
Yeah.
I always say, yeah, like that's my new term, like profit piles.
Yeah.
To where I feel like sometimes it will space out sales. So if I don't get to it, I can eventually get to it. Because I have all these jackets that I'm listing now and selling now. So it's like, why don't I just focus in on jackets right now instead of focusing on jackets in the summer?
Yeah.
On jackets now, and just it keeps my inventory going. Where it's not like, oh man, I'm out of things to list. I have to go sourcing. Now it's like, man, I've gotten such a huge inventory. I can just kind of pick it. Yeah, retirement pile. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Like it, there are times when it's like, oh, like I haven't been able to find anything, but I still have a lot of good things here to put up. But then at the same time, it's like I could have already had those things put up.
Yeah,
and I it's a fine line because some people they can deal with like a small pile. But I don't know. I think like for me, I think it's just like mentally because if I'm not an organized person, like it can like it's a fine line. Things can go downhill really quickly.
Right.
So one item in your death pile can turn into 10, can turn into 100. I mean, I've even seen some people. It's not really a death pile, but they had like a whole garage of just like brand new inventory. But it's like what are you gonna do with that? You know? So I don't know. I'm just me personally. Like what works for me is would be having no death pile.
Yeah.
Then at least I know I get, I think Andrew in the group Profit Monsters, he doesn't have a death pile. Like
I
he said,
know.
when he buys stuff, he puts it up right away, and that's so true. I've been doing that with my recent purchases, but I have to whittle way down on my old purchases. But I mean, at least for me, I could feel good if I was like, oh man, I have nothing left to list. Like I'm doing everything I could to make, to have everything up and have the most people watching it, so I don't know. It's two different ways to think about it.
Yeah, because see, when I was doing it when I started part time, because I started in April. When I was doing it part time, I was just going out sourcing, every other day and just accumulating. But I was accumulating so much stuff that I couldn't, actually list it, with part time, because I was getting stuff like super cheap. I mean, we're talking about 50-cent shirts and sweaters, $2 jackets, and so
it's not like you should pass up things just because I don't know, you should like be trying to get. I mean, it depends because I don't know, because for me, like I'm part time, so I could probably do like 2 hours a night, where like if you're doing this full time, it would probably make sense to have the inventory because you have more time.
Yeah. Well, see, Leah Bits and Pieces in the chat says, I always think of what I'm missing if I don't go out sourcing.
Oh my gosh,
that's what we call the FOMO. So true. FOMO. Let me put it in the chat. FOMO. It's
that is. Oh my god, that is so true. I feel that.
Hey, look, we can put it up here.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. I feel that like. Oh my god, I think there was one time I got really sick. Like I was like, I forget. I was like throwing up in the morning, and I had like a fever, and like literally the only thing I could think about was like, man, I just missed all these garage sales. Like I was like, man, I wish I could go out, or even it's just such a like I have to go,
Yeah. See. Courtney just wants to find the bolos. Well, I mean, you're the bolo queen, so you have to go find the bolos.
Yeah, exactly. and because too, there's things because like when you have the times where like you found things that like weren't listed, might not have been in the garage sale or wherever place you went to, and you just found it, and it was like $100, $70. You're like, man, maybe one of those are out there again. And usually I find something like that every time I go. So it's like, yeah. But you gotta, I gotta try to control it.
Well, here let's move on to kind of what did you find this week? We'll go back and forth.
All right. Well, this week, this was actually probably one of my better weeks. I guess the first thing I could go into. So I have this.
I'm gonna put you. Hey, Pete, I'm gonna put you solo layout so we can see.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So there's this. I have this like stiff leopard. I don't know if you can see the tag somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's like a vintage stiff like plush animal. They're handmade, made in Germany, super collectible. I got this at like a yard sale. It was behind this like closed down like little office buildings, and they just had a garage, like a warehouse pretty much of just like items. And funny enough, the guy who ran it actually he like cleans out estates and kind of removes junk, and like on the side he also like sells what he gets from these like clean outs and stuff. And I just went in there. I was the first one there. I was because there was like a couple people there, but I got there at like 8:40, and I just went boom boom boom, quick grabbed everything and found these.
Hey, B, can you show the ear tag? Courtney said, can you show the ear tag?
Oh yeah, this is the I don't know if you can see it. That's the ear tag. It's a little blurry, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I think online they're going from anywhere for like $50 to $70.
Nice.
So yeah, and I got a bunch of stuff, and I paid like $50 too. And just a quick side note, because of that sale, because I was going around scanning things. And the guy who like I guess owns the company and was like running the sale, he was like, "Oh, so you do eBay?" And we pretty much got on a conversation of like, he saw like that I did eBay like pretty well, and I was knowledgeable about it. So he's actually we're in contact with each other, and he's gonna let me like pick out stuff from estate sales, like if he like helps out price some other things, and he's pretty much gonna give me like a first look whenever he buys out an estate. So
Yeah. Did you see what Courtney says on the screen?
what did Courtney say?
Get
It
it,
should
let's
have.
say price it high with best offer.
Oh yeah, I have it. I have it listed at like 150 with best offer. So
Nice.
hopefully that does good. And then
Yeah, let's see another one.
oh, okay, let's see. This one was actually, so I've had pretty bad luck at estate sales. There's a pile of 4, so I got 4 of these. I'll show you the one. These are White Ace stamp albums. I got these at the last day of an estate sale. And in my area, I've had such bad luck with estate sales. Like people that just don't want to negotiate. They kind of, to me, they overprice everything and just, don't. I pretty much almost never get anything, or I get very few things. But I saw these. It was like 3 o'clock and the sale ended pretty much. And this was in the front door. And I was like, huh, looked old, looked new in the box. I picked them up with a couple jackets and like some toys for like $20, and one of these things online is selling for 70. So,
oh wow! Can you show it a little bit more on the stream?
Yeah. So there's stamp album dust covers. I don't know if you can see. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, stamp album. I'm so bad with orienting myself, but yeah, they're like dust covers that you put over, I guess, like a binder for stamp collectors. I think they're made in the U.S., but yeah, because they're original and pretty much never used. Yeah, $70 a pop. So that's 70 times 4. That's 280 right there. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and they were just sitting there, But you would think I was just like, oh, they're stamp covers. Then I looked at them again. No one looked at them, because it sounds kind of boring. But
that's the thing. That's kind of like definitely like watching Dom and other people going out to like these estate sales. Yeah, just like seeing that stuff that people pass over. Yeah. Don't look at it. It's brand new. And it's like, oh man, like why are we not, why did no one get that? And I'm getting it.
But at this, but most of the times the people that go there, they're looking for something specific, it's, because it's easy to see, oh, that collectible toy, collectible Barbie, or, I mean, I get excited about those too, or, sports jackets, but stamp covers, like how many people are looking for stamp covers?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that was definitely probably the highlight of that whole weekend. Probably picking up these.
Yeah, I love finding stuff like that.
Yeah. And the next one, this one's kind of big, but it's one of the newer versions, but it's a Stinger, one of those Stinger sewing machines, and it has like, I don't know if you can see it, but it has, I don't think I can take it out, but it has the sewing machine, all the attachments, like all the papers and everything. And they're not super rare, but just the fact that it's super high quality, I think it's going for like 100 online. But the big thing was, it was on a sale where, like after I went to the guy who did the estate buyouts and we, kind of formed our little relationship, I was just on the way home and I was like, oh, let me find one on the way home to see. And there was nothing good listed. Like if you looked at the garage sale listing, it was like home decor, furniture, stuff that no one cares about. But I was like, you know what? I'll still go anyways. And looked around, didn't find much. And then I was actually on my way out. And then I remember like Dom was like, look through, look underneath places, look in drawers. So like underneath like this table, like one of those like folding tables that had like a tablecloth on it. I look under the tablecloth, there's that thing right there. And then I go to the guy, I'm like, oh, how much do you want for it? He's just like, $2. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, pretty much moral of the story, look everywhere, because that I turned that from not a waste of time, but just, garage sale with no good items to now I have that thing.
Now what was that was Husqvarna, but what's it called?
Hold on, I'll actually take out the little manual.
They're saying Viking in the or touching.
Yeah, it's Well, because Husqvarna and I think Viking, that company, they bought out Singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is like kind of the newer one. It's not those vintage ones, but
Yeah.
they're still very, very well regarded. It's called the Touch and Sew. Yeah, you can see the little singer logo on the bottom. But it has the box. It has all the attachments. I mean, Singer's just known for being quality. Even after they got bought out, they're still very well regarded. They're probably not collectible, but I mean, it's still a quality thing going for $100. So
People still use them. Yeah.
it's that was a pretty good pickup. Yeah.
Awesome. Let me
And
show
then,
you. Let me show you some. Oh, you got one more?
Oh, I just got one more.
Cool.
Just because this one I've actually sold this exact one before. It's just a little Furby. I think a lot of people know about these, but if you don't, they're just these cute little animals. Has a box in it. It has
What
been
year
used.
from it is it from?
What year?
Yeah, it should be on the bottom.
This one is from 1998.
All right, those are good.
Yeah, I sold a similar one, but it had the tags on and it wasn't taken out. I sold that one for $40. That was with shipping. But even like this, they could probably still go for 25, 30. So yeah, Furbies or 90s toys in general.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what I got for the weekend. So what about you?
I did a little retail arbitrage on we have Gabe's out here. It used to be formerly known as Gabriel Brothers.
Yeah.
But they rebranded probably 4 or 5 years ago to Gabe's. And man, mine's been getting some crazy stuff. So let me show you. I do a lot of shoes. So here's the first pair here's one of the pairs of shoes I got.
Oh, whoa. What are those?
These are the Nike Air Max 1 Ultra Flyknit. This is like a Flyknit. Oh, the Flyknit right here.
Yeah, those are nice.
And I got these.
That color.
It's called Voltage Green.
Voltage Green.
Yeah.
How much are those going for?
I've got mine listed, I think, like at $150, $160.
Wow.
I picked them up they were $29.99.
Wow. Where did you said you got those at Gabe's?
Yeah, I got those at Gabe's. Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah. Courtney always says Gabe's used to be her spot. She needs to go check it out again because they're getting crazy stuff again. It's starting to ramp up because I found a Marmot jacket, a women's Marmot jacket that they had it for $12.99 and it was $285 MSRP, and I ended up selling it for $170 on Mercari.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was like 2 days. Like it was listed for like 2 or 3 days, and it was sold. Yeah. So here's my next retail arbitrage thing. All right, so I picked these up. All right, these are called Macard, and they were the big ones were $5.99, and the other ones were there's some smaller ones, but all the same brand in there. These are the let's see, these are the jumbo right here.
Yeah.
And the other ones are deluxe. They're a little bit smaller. But the other ones were $3.99. And these are going on Amazon for like 20, 25, $30 a piece.
And did you get those at Gabe's as well? Or?
I got the Gabe's as well. Yeah, I cleared them out. What they are is you can go, but they drive over this card. It's like a magnetic card. And then it automatically like transforms into.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's a South Korean kids show.
Oh, okay.
I got those at Gabe's, Courtney. And see, I saw a video on that like earlier this year about these toys that were like in Korea coming out. And I put that in the back of my mind. I wonder if they're ever gonna like make those over here. And yeah, it's similar to Bakugan.
I've sold. That was actually another one of my first. Yeah, those Bakugan
where you put it on the card and it transforms. Well, these are vehicles that are driving and then they pop up and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So I got all those new, and I just flipped. I'm gonna flip them on eBay and Mercari, hoping that they're gonna be, because there's not a lot of there's not a lot out there. The market is not saturated. So I'm kind of betting on, and I was talking to someone on Instagram about this. I'm betting on like some kid's going to be watching that show on Netflix or something like that and love that show and go, Mom, I want that toy. You know?
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, where am I going to find this toy? And they're going to look it up and they're going to see my lot on eBay for $100 because I have like 8 of them in a lot.
Oh, you have nice.
Yeah, so I just lotted them up. And they were all different kinds, so someone can have like an instant collection. So I found those, and I found another thing. It was called like Screeching Wild or Screechers Wild. It's similar to that, but the car like flips and then transforms.
Yeah,
like that. So
like when you do the retail art, like how do you pick like because you said you went to Gabe's, like, or just like the spots that have good retail arbitrage, or it's just whenever you go somewhere you're like, let me just check out clearance or something like that.
Let me check out clearance. Let me check out just anything. Just like, I mean, there's a lot of shoes that I pick up that I scan like that. Like, oh man, look at this.
Yeah.
They want $30, $40 for it. And then when I look it up, I'm like, oh, they're only selling for $60. Now, pass.
Yeah, so it's not,
or like some toys, like scanning Star Wars toys. Oh, these figurines I can get the figurines for $3, but they're only selling for $8. So it's like, I'm not going to do that. So, but since I found all of those like together, I'm going to lot them up, and hopefully, I'm going to get that parent, close to Christmas going, oh man, I need to get this because this just got added to Santa's list.
Yeah, no, this is the time. This is time to make it happen. Yeah.
So I'm just kind of pulling, I have like $50, $60 in all of it. And I've got, I'm trying to flip it for like $300-$400, total. So I don't have a lot in it, but I'm just kind of taking a chance. I'm trying to use my going, all right, I know this isn't the hot toy that every kid wants, but it's that specific toy that they're gonna want, and the parents are gonna have to find it. So I got that. Here's something. Maybe some people know what these are. Let's see. Does anybody know what these are?
Oh, I have no idea what is that.
Okay, so here, I got a whole box of these. Like they got bug ones, and here's a Superman one. Okay, so this is, oh, hey, hello to my Aussie friends. Look, Mom, I'm hustling. If you want a good YouTube follow, go check them out. They are awesome.
Look, Mom, I'm hustling.
Yeah. They're from Australia. They're awesome. No. Okay, so these are not chocolate molds. These are from like the 60s. Okay. And you put in like this, I think I have it downstairs somewhere, but you put in like this plastic goop, and then there's a machine. Now I got the machine with these, but the machine doesn't work. But these sell individually too. So you put it like on this, like it's like a hot plate, and you put this goop in it, and it sits there for however long, like 10, 15 minutes, and then you take it and you put it in water, and then you peel out the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's cool. I've never seen those. Like, do they have a name for them, or?
Oh man, I just looked it up.
Yeah.
It's like thingamajig molds or something like that.
Yeah.
And I have like 50 or 60 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, see, Drew knows what these are. The creepy crawlers. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, the Monster Maker. Yeah, we were hitting those up. Yeah, I found like probably like 50 or 60 of them, and I'm gonna lot them all together, and we're gonna definitely they're selling for $75 to $100 for lots like that, and it doesn't matter like the condition either. So that was one of those things like I really didn't know about, because I mean those are from the 60s, and I probably may have seen them before, but to come across a whole lot like that,
yeah,
you know what, I'm grabbing them. and that was at
Yeah.
that was at my my thrift store that I get. We've talked about that. I volunteer.
Oh boy.
I volunteer at this one thrift store on Tuesdays. One, because they're doing a really good. They're doing a really. It's called a United Mission, but they do it. It's a really good cause that they do, and I've found so much stuff in there that it's kind of like, you know what, I do want to give back.
Yeah.
But then in the same instance, they're like, well, hey, you can volunteer and give back, but we like it when you spend money too with us.
Yeah. So you get like the inside scoop, and you get to help.
Yeah.
And you get to make money, and they get to clear stuff away. So it's like,
yeah. So it's like,
I guess it's the
kind of a
dream
win-win. I'm
job
giving
for,
back.
yeah.
I'm finding great things. I'm giving money to them. They give it to, but they charge me what they would charge anyone else.
Yeah.
I've seen things walk out of there. I saw a Cuisinart, like Cuisinart barbecue set, like spatulas and stuff like that, like $50-$60 on eBay. And this guy had it. I'm like, man, where did he get that from? He must have gone to the kitchen, the kitchen area where they have all this stuff. And I said, where did he get that from? Because I looked at it, comped it real quick. I'm like, oh man. And so he brings it up, and the lady's like, all right, that'll be $3. I'm like, wow.
Like, wow.
So other people are getting deals too. It's just not me hogging it all.
Yeah, hauling everything. But you get that first look, though, for sure.
I get the first look. So, but some things sit there. Like I'm going to show you something that sat there for an entire day. No one got them. And then I came in the next day and I said, oh, wow, how long have these been sitting there? They're like, yeah, we had them all day on Monday. And let me show you these. I think I showed you these, Pete, but I'm going to show everyone else these. These tanks. Did you see these tanks? Did I ever show you these?
Yeah, you show not just one, but like.
All right, so let's see. Let me get this one up. All right. If you get, it's not going to be. It's called. I'm going to put it in the chat. It's and so you can see. It's a Tamiya Moquet. Oh yeah. Plastic model. These these are from at first I thought they were toys. I thought they were going to be just toys, and I was going to get them like my 5-year-old. And I was like, okay, I just grabbed it. It was just a huge box of them. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go and I'll go through it, and I'll let him play with those and everything. So I got them home, and I started looking at them, and I'm like, wait a minute, these aren't toys. These are like models. And then I started looking at the bottom. I'm like, oh my goodness, this one's from 1968. And
they look in pretty good condition.
Yeah, now some of them are, and some of them aren't.
Yeah. How many did you pick up?
In total, I have over 50 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. and they go from anywhere from 30 to I've seen some go for $150, $200.
So you're gonna lot them up, or you're gonna sell them in groups or individually?
I think I'm gonna lot them all up together. I think I'm just gonna do a blowout lot.
Yeah.
I just lot it all up together and just auction style.
Man, 99¢, no reserve.
Yeah, 99¢, and I'll put and I'll weigh it. I'll weigh it all, and I'll just do I'll do plus shipping. I'll do plus shipping. Depending on wherever it goes, and then just see what happens. Because I got how much I have into it. I have $5 in it.
But where'd you get them at?
I got that at my church thrift. Thrift. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, you want that whole box? I'm like, yeah, I want the whole box. She's like, $5. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, I don't volunteer at because I have a local church thrift store, and I don't have that kind of I don't volunteer there. And just time because of my other job that I do more full time, I really couldn't. But I've gone in there so many times that they've kind of given me oh, we've seen your line, you like buying this, if you want, we could keep you updated on if certain toys come in. And they even told me they have a lot of stuff coming in because of Christmas, and they even told me we haven't really told anybody this, but December 1st they're having a like a huge bag sale and like 50% off everything in the store. So I'm like, oh, I got the inside scoop because some of their things I really wanted to get, but it was like a little bit too high. But now that I know like December 1st comes, I'm gonna be the first one online. So it does pay to be, you know, a little loyal and talk to the people there from time to time.
If Drew's in the chat too from Profit Monsters.
Oh yeah, we gave you a little shout out about how you didn't you don't have a death pile like
right,
like us mortals do.
Yeah, he's a good follow on Instagram, and he's a great follow on YouTube as well.
Yeah, so I sub to him on
I'm
YouTube.
all about. Are you on Instagram, Pete?
I used to have an Instagram, and I kind of did the whole not social media thing, and I kind of deleted it. So
you gotta restart it. You restart your social.
I would always only restart it if it was like to follow reselling people.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's what I do. Yeah, I have a personal one that I don't even mess with, but I have a whole reseller one that you can definitely see everyone, you know, doing their thing.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna make one. Well, I don't know if my name will be taped, but I'll definitely make one just for the reselling and all.
Yeah.
I'll start subbing to Instagram people again.
Yeah, I'll throw everyone your way. All right. And then last thing, I have five bolos. Last thing I found are these. Here's a so you weren't on Instagram, so you may not know. And whoever didn't see on my Instagram, here's a little trivia. All right, it's really easy, Pete.
All right.
What brand are these?
Oh, I have no idea.
What brand do y'all think these are?
Those, I mean, they look like
stripes, right?
Yeah, they look like Adidas,
right?
Yeah,
but they're not. All right, check this out. So these came in at the thrift, and they were like, I was like, oh, these are cool. But then I looked at them like, wait a minute, what? And then she was like, oh, because they're the bottoms are really hard, and they're I think if you like, they would crack because they're so old. She's like, yeah, we can't sell those. I'm gonna throw those away. So I said,
wow.
I'll take them. She's like, here, just take them. We'll get rid of them. But check this out. If y'all can see that.
Sears.
Yeah. Sears.
Like the store Sears?
Yeah. And it's called the Winner 2.
Sears the Winner 2.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So I was like, well, I'm just going to get those just to kind of make fun of them. You know? Yeah. They're like, like it's just like whatever. It's a ripoff. So like, but so something in my brain is like, yeah, just take them, just take them and get them. And then I looked it up and I said, well, what's up with this? Sears Winner 2 Adidas.
Yeah.
Come to find out, this is from 1974. All right, and Adidas, Diadora, and Converse all did this. Where they sent in models of their shoes to Sears, and Sears rebranded them with their own, like, the Winner to Sears. But this is actually made by Adidas.
Oh, okay.
So it's a rare find because it's old. It's from the 70s. And it doesn't have Adidas on it, but it is from Adidas. Now, I read this one article. It was like, yeah, they're selling for like $1,500. They're not.
Yeah, usually articles that are like, oh, look at this old stuff you have. It's not.
Yeah, they're not, but they are selling. They are selling. So it's just like a fun piece, just to kind of like a
yeah, that's cool. Piece. Yeah,
and I used to collect Adidas like this, like all the time. Like this would have been like, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep this or sell this because this is a really.
I mean, cool that's. I mean, I've never even heard of something like that. So.
Me neither. I've been collecting Adidas for probably 15, 20 years. Never knew that existed. So someone like me, like I used to have at one point 150 shoes, like Adidas shoes in my collection. Now I sold it all. Because I started wearing like I got introduced to the Ultra Boosts. Like here, let me take off my shoe because I'm wearing them right now. Like these, like the boost cushioning. Now since I'm old, okay, since I'm old, I've managed in restaurants. I need something comfortable on my feet. And
Yeah, yeah.
after I get introduced to the Ultra Boost, it was like game changer. So I said, and every time I would go to my collection to put on a pair of shoes, I'd be
Mhm.
like, oh, these are like cement blocks on my feet. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I said, you know what? Let's put these to better, get these in better homes than mine. And
Yeah.
I just sold off my like entire collection, all but like 3 pairs of shoes.
Did you sell them all at once or like piece by piece or?
I did. Well, I sold them. Yeah, I did just like 100 listings on
Oh,
eBay,
okay.
and then I did like another 50 listings like after those sold. So
Oh,
I made good money on it, but yeah.
yeah.
So those
Wow.
are my those are kind of a few of my pickups that I thought were really
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
this week.
Definitely.
You want to share a few of your sales?
Oh, a few of my sales. All
Yeah,
right.
go into your screen. I'll make your.
Let's see if I can attempt to. All right, I'm on the. Let me just click. Let's see. Oh, I think I.
I lost yours.
Okay, let me try it again. Let me
Here,
try it.
you try yours up, and I'll show a few. Oh, here
All
we
right,
go.
is it up?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, cool. All right. So I guess we can go into the first listing. Now this one seems kind of boring. I sold this for $16. Took a best offer with free shipping. This was like one of my earliest purchases. This is actually from the first time I went into my local church thrift store. So you can see just how bad this picture is. I mean, it's white on white. It's hard to see. I took it on like this tablecloth, so it's like all wrinkly, and the thing has like a tiny stain on it somewhere. But hey, it sold for $16. I have like $1 in it, and like I hate this is probably like the listing now where I just hate seeing every time because it's like it just reminds me of how bad I used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I sold that. And let me go back. See if I can go. Can I go back? Um, is it still on the screen?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
The next one I sold, it was this Disney beanbag plush, and what's funny about this one is I meant to put it at $10, free shipping, but this happened a lot of times. I put it $10, and then I forgot to click the free shipping, so it charged the shipping, and I sold it. So I pretty much made made an extra $4. I didn't think it was gonna make. This sold quick though. I posted this like 2 days ago, so not not a slow seller. And then let's see, what's the okay. Oh, actually, I kind of want to share.
Share whatever you'd like. Share some.
Okay, I'll share these two, just
All
to
right.
not take
Cool.
too much time. But I sold these. They're just these like old, not old vacuums, but it's from this brand called Dirt Devil. It's made in the U.S. There's nothing really like special about that. At least I could find from doing my research. But this one was open box because I wanted to make sure that it was it was actually in there. But I got this from like a huge lot of. It was just a huge lot that had it from toys and Christmas stuff, and I had this sitting in my basement for like 3 months because I was like, it's a little vacuum. I'm probably not even gonna be able to sell it. And because when I first bought that, I was just focusing on all the high dollar things, like
Yeah.
had a GI Joe toys and all that. And then like 2 weeks ago, I was like, let me look up the comps on this. And pre-owned, they were going for $50.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, okay, maybe I should get these up. And I sold this one. I took a best offer of 55 on this one, and then I had another one I sold for 65, and that one was brand new. So yeah, so that was an unexpected, and they sold pretty quick. And I think the final one, this is actually I just had this in my house. Is this is kind of I mean, everyone knows PlayStation sell well, but specifically the big fat ones like this, because they were backwards compatible.
Yep.
So which means they can play the PS2 games and the PS3.
Yep.
People really look for those.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I priced this one a little bit. I took a best offer of 100 because I just wanted to make a quick sale. But yeah, you could easily sell this for 120, 130. And mind you, this is just a console. I didn't have any controllers, any games. I've seen lots go to like 150, 180. So definitely, if you see one of these or you know,
And
pick one
here's the
up.
thing: keep on that screen.
Yeah.
By the number. If you find one of those fat ones and you see that number, the CECHEO1,
Yeah.
that's the model number that is reverse compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But there's one thing to note that I was reading is the 80 gigabyte one versus the 60 and I think the 20 gigabyte one. So it doesn't have the full PS2 hardware in there to like it'll play most games backwards compatible, but it won't play every single one.
Okay.
Versus the earlier ones, like the 60 gigabyte and I think the 20 gigabyte, will play all of them. But that's like a tiny thing to know. But yeah, if you see the big ones, definitely. I mean, as long as they're working, definitely huge bolo.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I
think a lot of people, sometimes pass those up, going, I don't know what that is, Yeah.
No, definitely
threes.
Yeah. So definitely, if those are something you look for, I mean, if that's something you see, definitely sell those.
Yeah. You got one more for us or no?
Oh, one more. Okay. Yeah.
One more.
All right. Let's see. One more. Okay. Oh, this is a perfect example. I got these actually at a thrift store.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is like a good ski brand, Salomon, and then I guess this is the line Performa 7.0 ski boots, US 12, men's black with red, clams pre-owned. And special. I mean, these are expensive new, but if you look up the comps, mine. I saw some in way better condition than like I'm talking like because these were pretty beat up. Like if you look at those clamps, like they have a lot of scuffs and like look at that. Like there was shoes in like pretty much looking like new condition that sold less for mine. And this is one thing that I try and take pride in and I think is really important is taking good pictures. Like like I literally sold these pretty much almost like $5 or $10 less than someone was selling these brand new. So
taking the good pictures, and then taking the multiple angles, showing.
Taking like I didn't fill it up all the way, but I think I did fill it up all the way. But yeah, like trust me, if there's one thing I think everyone should try and get better at, definitely take better pictures. Invest in like you don't have to get anything crazy, just like the light boxes they sell on eBay for like $50. Get some of the photo paper, make a little infinity background. It works wonders.
Yeah.
So, and I picked these up for $5 at the thrift store. So yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Can't complain about these.
Salomon, yeah. Those are I've got some shoes that I just cleaned up I'm gonna be listing. So,
okay. Gotcha.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. We're here. We'll bring up some of my stuff. Let me get into my screen. All right. And these are some of the things I've just sold.
You sold the like those what was?
Well,
no, I can't see. I thought those were the Burberry shoes for a second.
Oh, I wish I sold those Burberry shoes. I still got those. But this was a New Balance Minimalist trail running shoes.
Yeah.
I picked these up at Goodwill. It was really funny. I put this on my Instagram. They had on the bottom, they had $1.99, or they had $7.99 on the bottom, but like right here in the toe area, they had $7.99 here, but it looked like $1.99. And the lady was like, "Oh, these are $1.99. Yeah, they look in pretty rough condition." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" These are basically brand new. Like, look at the bottoms. Like,
wow, yeah, that's pretty much mint right there.
Yeah. So, I just dusted them off. They were a little dusty around like here, but I dusted that off and took good pictures. Took a bunch of pictures, and these sold in a day.
Yeah.
$7 used shoes, $70. Now they're almost new, but I've sold this. I sell a lot of New Balance, but this Minimalist trail running, and this Vibram soles. Definitely, people look for that. If you let's see, See that right there on there? The Vibrant Souls. Peter, you know this.
Yeah, Vibram.
But for everyone else, yeah, definitely like Bolo. Like if you see Vibram, definitely a Bolo. So
now, just a quick point. I know because I've seen your store before. Your pictures always look very clean and very crisp. So what's like, just a quick note, like what's your setup and like in like how do you take your pictures?
my setup, my setup is really like, I don't have a light box.
Yeah.
I have a overhanging beer light, like a pool table beer light from like the 1970s out of my uncle's beer joint in Texas.
Yeah.
It's a Lone Star beer, but it's got like high lumen LED bulbs in it, like the daylight bulbs, and then I have a poster board, like the trifold poster board, which I created infinity background with photo paper.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I just take it right there, so I'm not restricted by the light box.
Yeah.
So I can put bigger items and zoom it out.
Yeah,
and
I had a light box and then I would do the bigger items separately, but it's just too much stuff that you don't need. Like kind of you're saying, like just get a big table, infinity background, and you don't even have to get the like big camera lights. Just any kind. Well, they do work pretty well, but just any kind of like bright LEDs that you can get, that'll definitely work too.
Here is this is one of the shot jackets I just sold. This is so I had to do some research on this one. You see this tag right here?
Yeah.
So every tag or every like decade, they kind of switched up their tag. And I had to do some research because I found this pea coat. I found this pea coat like a year ago, and I finally got to list it. But this pea coat is from the 1960s. I went on and did I did like 30 minutes of research trying to find this tag, and I finally found this book that it was shot 100 years book, and they had all the labels, and I found that label and it said 1960s, and this jacket was before they had a different tag. This is a naval style jacket. It's the model is 740N, but this predates the label that actually had that information on it. So it's older. It's old. It was older than any jacket currently on eBay right now.
Wow.
So I listed that at 199.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should have listed it for 150. But I always said, I'm gonna list this super high. I took a best offer for $145.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
definitely still pretty good.
Here's a good retail arbitrage that I was kind of happy with. I love, now I don't wear these, but I love finding these are the Reebok Insta Pumps. And this was actually a collaboration. They had these for $24.99 at Gabe's. And it's so funny because, these are my pictures. You know what I'm saying? People are like, what?
Those honestly look stock. Like,
yeah. There's so many people that are like, yo, can you send me real pictures? I'm like, it is real pictures. And I have to show them like the box. That's why I took the box picture. Just to be like, they're real. I had like so many people asking me, can I see the pictures? Can I see the real pictures? I'm like, these are the real pictures. So I eventually like added this and put it like in the front and saying, here's the shoes.
Yeah.
I had those listed at 134, and these are the offers I love. I hate being lowballed, but the offers I love. $115. I'll take those all day.
Yeah.
And then check out this racket too. I sold this racket, this tennis racket. It's a Prince 03 racket. Found this at Goodwill. It was for $3, and I had it listed at $99 or $100 basically. And I took a best offer of $85. So it's like, okay, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, like all day. Like I'll take that. And then my leather wrapped paper mache horse sold. I got this free. This ugly thing. I got this free at a garage sale. Old man's like, can you please take it? I don't want this anymore. And I said, sure. It's missing its ears. It's all messed up.
What? And it sold for $7. Wow.
And what did I sell it for? Well, I had it listed high because I didn't know what to list it at. Because some of the ones that are in perfect condition are like super high, and no one had a like $300, $400, $500, but no one had a beat up condition one. So I was like, you know what? I'll just put it at 75, and it sat and someone offered me $45 for it.
Or if you notice, the buyer name says shopping. I think it says shopping for antiques.
Yeah, shopping for antiques.
So I think that's the kind of customer you'd probably want.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what? I'll take $45 for it. Ship it out, get it out of the way. And yeah, that's some of my my things that I sold. So I got a few others that I'm saving for Courtney's Bolo Wednesday night live show she does.
Oh, all right, keeping it secret. That's good.
Yeah, there's a few things that I'm on the next page that I'm gonna hit on her live show.
Yeah,
that I want to show her.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, that's sales have been pretty good. I've just been listing, taking pictures. I've been screwing up my sleep schedule because I'm probably after we do our live show, I'll probably go downstairs and take a bunch of pictures and 3 a.m. in the morning, and then so
I
like working.
I cannot do the night owl thing.
Yeah.
I think the latest pretty typically, like after we talk, which is like from 10 to 11, I usually hit the snooze and go to bed. Yeah, because I usually try and do it in the morning. I'll try and list in the morning, and then after like I have jobs, because like my schedule is kind of weird. Because like some days I'll have jobs because I like clean cars. Like I'll detail cars. Sometimes some days I'll do it after work. Some days I won't have anything, so I just fully focus on this. So it's kind of a toss up, but I try not to do it too late because then I'll get stuck. Like, oh, I'm just trying to list things, and yeah, I need my sleep. I've learned that.
Now, as a part timer,
yeah,
just a rough estimate. How many listings are you, goal wise, are you trying to do a week?
A week? Oh, well, let's see. I try and do 10 a day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I try and take the weekends kind of off from like listing things. So probably like 40 to 50. That's kind of like my goal. And then I try and sell like, I think Dom said like 1% was a good number. So I try and sell 1% of my things every day.
Yeah.
So sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. But I'm always like revise. That's one thing I always try and do. Even if like on the weekends when I'm not listing stuff,
mm-hmm.
I'm still like, I'm going in, oh, my price is too high, let me adjust that. Oh, my picture was kind of bad, let me adjust that. Like I'm literally always checking my, I don't know if this is a good thing or just me trying to be like really micromanage my store, but I'm always looking at like what's getting watched. Like I'll just scan through all my items. Like how many views does it have? Did it get more views than yesterday? This item has like 100 views. Should I promote this thing? Like, yeah, I'm kind of, or like I'll even spend like 10 minutes. I'll literally look up my own items.
Yeah.
Like, and see, am I ranking? Am I not ranking? But yeah, probably like 40 to 50 is like my goal. So
Courtney's asking, when are you starting your YouTube channel?
I've thought about it. I don't know. I think it would be kind of fun. I've seen like people with GoPros do it, so maybe I'd start with like getting a GoPro or something and filming something. But it's definitely been on my mind. So if you see Pete's YouTube or Pete's Bakers or Veritas Market or whatever name I come up with, you guys will be the first to know. So,
yeah, absolutely. I've been trying to do like 20 to 30 listings a day. Just just doing as many as I can. Just getting up it's forcing myself to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
And what's really been good too, like, you know, me volunteering at the mission, me finding stuff there, I feel like I don't have to go out a lot anywhere else to go course. You know, I've just kind of restricted myself between like, hey, I'm going to go list and then I'm going to go shop over there. List, shop over there.
Yeah, that's right now because it's, you know, it's winter and I'm up in Jersey, so it's pretty cold up here. There's not too many sales, so I've been going to like more because before I kind of avoided estate sales, but now I've been going to more estate sales. I've been looking at auctions. I was actually gonna go to one today, but I think the spark plugs in my car kind of like died out, so couldn't do that. I ordered the parts, so now I have to change that, so I couldn't go today. But I'm like definitely now I'm starting to look more into like auctions, physical auctions, not like online auctions. But yeah, it's just been kind of re-strategizing for the winter time for sure.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, I've got so much inventory where it's like, all right, list and then just to get over the fear of missing out, the FOMO.
Yeah,
I'll go over to the Mission Church thrift and rummage around and
you
know, find these. I'm just like,
yeah.
Like
it's crazy. Like because last week when I went to garage, I had to go all the way to PA, which is like, you know, 30-40 minutes just to make a decent little route of places to hit because there's literally nothing near me. There was like one sale near me, so
yeah. Now here's the question: while we've been talking for like a little bit over an hour, have you made any sales
since we started talking?
Have you made sales?
I have not made any sales yet. Yeah, no.
I was trying to bring you that good luck because I did. You made
a sale. What did you sell?
It's too bright, but I sold something on Macari.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah. See, hey, as long as someone made a sale, that's good.
Yeah, right. I'm always like, man, you know, but I think Macari doesn't do the ching, so we didn't hear the.
I don't know. I think for me, the harder I try and get a sale, the less I feel like because every time I get a sale, it's when I'm not because sometimes I'll like check eBay, see like if I got messages, I won't get any sales or something, and then when I'm like doing something during the day. I don't know, like working a job or, you know, spending time with family or something, that's when I'll get my ka-chings.
Right.
Or I try just like when I'm not listing, I just don't focus on either.
I find it when I'm like sourcing, when I'm out at the thrift shop.
Yeah.
It's just cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, oh God, I got to turn that off.
Oh God. How Corny said, I wish I had a 1% sell-through rate.
I know, right?
I mean, it doesn't like, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's just the number I heard. So, I mean, I also only have like, you know, 200 items up, you know.
Yeah, I wish I had a 1% sell-through rate too, you know.
So, I mean, yeah, no, but those like some days it happen. I mean, I also keep in mind, I not underpriced. I price below the market because at least for me, when I see things sitting too long, I need the money now, and like I don't have the space or the time to like wait. So I try and price just a little bit under, and you know try and move things. But it's different for everyone, you know. So
yeah. So
and then she made a small sale. Well, what did you sell?
Yeah, what did you sell, Courtney? We're all intrigued now.
Yeah.
That's my wish where. I want people to make sales during our, you know, a live show or, you know, I love that, you know, like that gets me excited. So have you been cross-listing to Macari?
I've been cross-listing a little bit. I've only done like my bigger items, not like smaller things. Like I've been doing mostly clothing on Mercari. Because that's actually on Mercari, I bought a I don't know if you remember for the seller support thing. I bought the hiking shoes from you.
Yeah.
And then I was been looking for like a jacket to like match the top. This was like the bright orange like hiking shoes, and I found the exact one with like the same color code and everything.
Did you?
Yeah, so I was like, and I see a lot of like clothing does really well on Mercari, so I've been like kind of only doing clothing on there for now.
Yeah. Have you been making sales there or like?
Yeah, I sold I had a Levi's cowboy hat up. I had two of those. I sold one of them. And I think I sold like a jacket, like it was like a polo jacket. I've sold a couple things, not too many, but here and there.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit. We went over a little bit over about an hour, but we we had some people in the chat. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna kind of end it here. What do you say, Pete?
Yeah, sounds good. Oh, she said she sold American Girl accessories.
Oh, nice. There you go. Hey, a sale's a sale, right? That's always
Hey,
how I look at it.
she's even doing her bolos even when she's not doing her bolos.
I know, right? Well, so you can find Pete and I in both Facebook groups, Courtney's group, Bolo Buddies, and then Dominic's group, Reseller Resource Center. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
Dave McCarty, Amazon, and stuff like that. So definitely check those out. Like I think everyone in the chats in those group, but I'm gonna put this on replay, or I'm gonna put this on my YouTube. So anybody watching the replay, definitely go check that out. And Pete, we may come on again.
Yeah, we may come on again. Yeah, who knows? I might have a channel by then, but probably not.
And I'm
fun.
Bringing on some other people too.
Yeah,
some people like maybe we haven't heard, everyone's heard about or knows about. Some of the people like I follow on Instagram that are kind of more not obscure, but that kind of need the exposure because everyone wants to have the big YouTube personalities on their channel. But I'm more about
honestly. Yeah, sometimes I like just watching like the normal, I guess the more normal like everyday people, like see what they do.
That's the thing, because everyone has a different way that they're doing stuff, and a different story, how they got started, what inspired them. And I kind of want to bring those people on that their story hasn't been heard yet. Like your story hasn't been heard yet. That's why I wanted you to come on. So I think we're going to be doing more of that. So,
yeah, awesome, definitely.
Yeah, we'll do this again. I'll send out I'll send out notifications if you're subscribed to me. Set your notifications for when we go live, and definitely. And I'll every once in a while I'll do some like late night lives where I'm just like live editing or live like editing my pictures or live listings and stuff. So
awesome.
Come in, say hi, get in the chat, and do your thing. So I want to thank everyone for coming by and watching, and I want to especially thank Pete for coming by.
Well, thanks for inviting me. This is the first time I've ever been like on a live stream with an audience. So exciting.
Well, thank you, and we'll see you later. And Pete, I'm gonna end the broadcast soon, and then we can hang out and just talk a little bit more. So
cool.
We'll see everyone next time.
See you guys.
All right.